All right, peace, welcome. All right, peace, welcome. Jump on in. All right, welcome. Hit that thumbs up. And give some more people some time to get in. If you're new to the channel, please do subscribe. All right, welcome everybody. Gonna post some cards today and maybe channel in a couple of messages at a random. So I hope everybody's doing okay. Make sure y'all like, subscribe to the channel. So, because they definitely messing with my channel. I do get deep with my teachings. So they've been messing with my numbers and my YouTube. So y'all make sure y'all hit that thumbs up, subscribe. Some people say they don't get notifications. Like I said, they just be messing with my shit. So, you know, that's what happens when they don't want that truth to come out. They don't want you guys to find your true selves. They don't want you guys to love yourself. They want y'all to love them. Very narcissistic. Okay, we're not dealing with normal people. We're dealing with devils. Okay. So yeah, they don't want y'all to know the truth. All right. They only here for themselves. A deceiver. A devil is a deceiver of their own mind and a deceiver of your own mind. All right. This is very important because you'll recognize what you're dealing with. And a lot of y'all are dealing with twin flames who are submitting to the devil and not submitting to their soul, which is God. So it gets deep, y'all. It gets deep. So if they have a hard time submitting to their God, they're gonna have a hard time submitting to their purpose. So um it gets deep, you know. If you haven't met your partner yet, it goes the same way for any and everybody. Oh, excuse me. All right, y'all. So we get ready to start. I'm gonna start this reading. All right, I'm gonna start this reading and then I'm gonna open up to the chats. Okay. So welcome to everybody that just jumped on. We're gonna pull some cards on what's going on with the masculine energy right now, and then I'm going to open the lines up to the chat to ask a question or two. Make sure y'all hit that like, subscribe if you're new to the channel. Um, if you feel the need to want to donate, you can. The information is pinned in the chat. My donations is my PayPal, my Cash App. So feel free to if you feel so. Welcome everybody. All right, so Spirit, let's see what's going on with the masculines at this moment. The masculines in separation. What are they feeling? All right, so you gotta stay on your path no matter what. All right, so they feeling towards you, the feminine, to stay on your path no matter what they're doing. Okay, as I was just saying, a lot of these masculines, are not on their path. So just because you are on your path and they're not on their path, you got to make sure you stay on your path regardless. You don't want to fall back into the cycle of depression, the cycle of doubt, in that dark um, frequency. You don't want to fall back in. All right. So try to stay strong. You have to because, you would, pretty much design that way. You would design to stay strong. So, stay on your path no matter what. They say they know it looks bad. They know. It says be patient with me. I am trying even when it looks bad. Okay. So they're saying even when it looks bad, all right, they are trying. Um, it's not easy to break out of a spell that was placed on you by birth because if you were born into a world of sin, you become a sinful person. So it's not easy to break a spell that you don't know you're under. Okay, so it's a hard for a lot. I mean, like if you're one with consciousness, okay, and you know something's just not right, but the reality is painting a different picture, this is where you get confused. So when people are in between worlds, one is the reality that is, and one is the reality that's placed. You get stuck in between you get stuck in between worlds. So a lot of masculines are stuck in between realms within an illusion based off a false illusion. They've been misled. Um, this misguidance usually come from childhood. You guys gotta understand these childhood wounds are these wounds you must heal. You must recognize the fact that you was programmed by birth. Forgive your parents for not knowing themselves because they were under a spell. So you have to forgive, okay? And you got to be patient with the process, okay? Be patient with me. I am trying even when it looks bad, okay? It looks very bad, y'all. Like, oh, don't be deceived by the program. This is why it's very important for you to trust in your intuition because if you choose to give up on the spirit will not give up on you, but it will be harder for you to go to sleep and accept the illusion that you know is an illusion. So some people would say, okay, Essence, well, isn't loving a man who's not with you an illusion? No. And vice versa, loving a woman who's not with you is an illusion? No. It seems that way. But it only seems that way because you don't know the difference. Okay? You know there is a difference, but you don't know the difference because you haven't been properly taught. And that's where I step in. I've always felt when I was young something wasn't right, and I've always distanced myself. There are times when I fell into temptation, and I'm not gonna lie about that, but I deal with that, and I'm fine with it, and I continue to keep healing and moving forward. So, but they don't want you to. They want you to stay on your path no matter what. Be patient with them, okay? Be patient with the person that is running. They are only running back into around they're more familiar with. Okay. Their souls have been with them the whole time, letting them know that, you're going to be okay. You're going to be fine. But the problem is they're visual. They're only 3D. So they only see 3D and they're ignoring the 4 and 5D. They're ignoring their consciousness and they're ignoring their purpose by manifesting down in the way of blueprint, okay, the way of their soul purpose. So peace, welcome. If you're just now joining, make sure y'all hit that like, subscribe. Y'all ain't messing with my YouTube. They don't want y'all to know. They don't want y'all to know. They want y'all to know only what they want y'all to know. Y'all gotta start supporting the truth. Your soul will tell you what is true, and your soul will tell you what is not. Okay, don't second guess yourself because that's where you get lost. All right, so we're definitely doing if you're joining right now, we're definitely doing a channeling real quick on the masculines, a little update. I haven't did that in a while. Thought I'd do it today before I open the lines up to do some polls. Okay, so peace, welcome everybody that just jumped on. Welcome to my new subscribers. Welcome. All right, so what else? All right, please don't ignore. Okay, please don't ignore me. I always um Okay, please don't ignore me. I always knew I would come back. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying to get the channeling. It's coming a little ahead of itself. Hold on. All right, so it says, please don't ignore me. I always knew I'd come back. I underestimated you. Okay, so they're underestimating the power at B. All right, underestimating you is your strength on the physical, your willpower on the spiritual, and your willingness to love the soul. So a lot of your masters will say to you, you must see something in me that I don't see in myself. A lot of people will say that, and it's very true. People can really see and sense the good in someone, which means they still connected to their soul, but they don't connect to their soul. You could connect to their soul better than they could because you know what it looks like, what it feels like, and what it seems like to be driven by source of spirit. Thank you for the donation. Thank you. I appreciate it. Um, but you, the person who fulfills their purpose, okay? So we do have, please don't ignore. Please don't ignore them on a 5D, all right? Some of y'all will say, okay, well, they're not with me, and most of y'all are probably in separation or either dealing with somebody you're separating from, but don't ignore the signs, okay? Don't ignore the signs. Do not take what you're going through right now as a level of disrespect. Okay, just take it as a cycle, as a lesson. Okay, some of y'all could be left because you need to be tested. Your strengths need to be strengthened. You know, if you're, like I said, if you're overly jealous, jealous things will happen to you. If you're too envious, envious things will happen to you. If you're too angry, angry things will like bad things will happen to you. If you're at love, then you will receive love. If you're at peace, then you will receive peace. Thank you for the donation. If you know what I'm saying? So it's a mirror reflection. They only treated you how you're treating yourself. All right. And some of y'all would say, well, I don't understand what you mean by, you know, they treating me how I would want to treat them. I'm not doing that. Like you may not be with a karmic, but part of you are desiring to be with someone other than your partner. So when you get rid of your hate, your jealousy, and your envy towards this person, and you want to manifest them, you have to manifest them according to the pull. All right. So if you're saying, okay, they don't want me, I give up, you're giving out more negative energy than you're giving in positive. Okay. You have to give it, that doesn't outweigh. Like the bad outweighs the good in your life. And you're supposed to balance it out where there's either the good outweighs the bad or at least 50-50. But in a lot of y'all cases, excuse me, in a lot of y'all cases, thank you for the donation. In a lot of y'all cases, you you feel like the bad outweighs the good. Okay, so you're manifesting your own trauma and you don't even realize it. Okay, you've manifested love before. You have to learn how to do it again. Okay, so it says, please don't ignore me. I always knew I would come back. I underestimated you, beloved. All right. They underestimated you. Okay, they underestimated your power with your connection. All right. So a lot of y'all will say, this is how they feel towards you, but they're not ready to say it. Okay, this is more of a 4D, 5D feeling. All right, because they have not yet manifested on a 3D. All right, so they just want you to understand this. Once I know a lot of y'all are probably saying it's hard essence. Yes, it is, but that is what you need to work on. Work on not work on it not being hard. Work on your being lonely. Okay, these are the key points. Whatever it is that's hurting you. Thank you for the donations. Whatever it is that's hurting you, okay, is what it is you need to work on. So the longer you dwell on them being the one that's hurting you, the longer you will stay hurt. Now, a lot of y'all will say, okay, well, whoever holds the power of light holds the key to your relationship. Whoever is doing the most high work gets the most power. Okay? So if your partner is running, you hold the end of that line up, you can manifest them back, or in case, pull them back in. But they are only reflecting what you're reflecting. If they're not perfect, if they're not built the way you're programmed, if they don't look like whatever it is, okay? I guarantee you, if you reverse your emotions and you reverse your feelings, you will pull your partner in and you will pull them back into union with you because you will disconnect from you, not disconnect, but you would disconnect from the illusion of pain, and you will start to live more in pleasure and abundance of self. Okay, I mean it's real simple. Okay, once you master it, when you master it, it's like whatever, like putting the first puzzle together is, you got to put it together. It takes longer to do so, but once you get it, thank you for the donations. Once you get it, you'll realize, like, okay, that wasn't so bad. Like a shot. Your anxiety is going off. You're nervous. You're scared. But once it's done, you're like, oh, that wasn't so bad. Okay? And then you start to say, okay, well, I'm not afraid of a shot because now I know what's to come. You've been given and you've been shown the truth from the beginning. Now, if you're somebody who's not with your other half and you're actually just dealing with karmic lessons, then you still knew in the beginning, you just didn't listen. So now you're down the route of un you know detaching yourself from a toxic person. Now you can be on a twin flame journey and still be tied to a toxic person because of their illusion. People got it confused that, and I'm gonna give my disclaimer. I'm not telling you to stay with them, and I'm not telling you to work through it with them if you cannot handle it. You see what I'm saying? If you can't handle the open relationship and you can't handle the the um the third party situationship, then you step away. You disconnect. But if you can rock with them, I know it sounds crazy, but if you can rock with them, and I'm not saying approve of it, I'm just saying stay strong, build, you know, and then show your worth, and then leave. Okay, because they never know what they lost until it's gone. Okay, you never know what they had until it's gone. Type stuff. You have to see it like that. Remind yourself. They never knew what they had. But if you just somebody that just popped up, they're not attached to you. You just somebody that just came across. You know, physically they won't be like. They'll be like, oh, okay, you just somebody else. But if you somebody who's been with them for a while, had children, got married, or so on and so forth, like that, dated for a while, messed around for a long time, you can leave. You can actually leave them to think about what they had. And a lot of us don't have that strength enough to leave them for a few months, few years, okay? Um, but that's if you're truly divine. That's divine right there. But if you're just somebody who's a karmic lesson, they're probably not going to hold on that tight unless they're stuck in a program that's toxic, okay? So I know some people say, oh, twin flames are toxic. Yes, they are. Yes, it is. Yes, it is a toxic connection, but it's a connection that teaches you beyond the self. Other connections don't teach you beyond the self. Other connections just teach you on a physical realm. Yeah, so twin flame connections teach you on a mind, body, and soul realm. It'll show you multiple realms, okay? Multiple rounds of healing. Regular earthly relationships, like regular karmic relationships or what they call soulmate relationships, is just karmic lessons. All it's going to teach you is that it's either this person is a good person and they're going to teach you what love look like, but they're going to also, you know, be pulled away because they're not your life partner, or you're in a situation where it's toxic and then they still teaching you what to avoid. So that way when you do meet your twin, all right, you can be able to overcome these things that you've learned. Okay, your lessons are going to be based off of your connection. All right, so look at it backwards. All right, if your twin flame is a toxic, cheating, lying person, you are going to experience what a toxic, cheating, lying person looks like. So that way, when you meet your partner or your life partner, because everybody thinks when you meet your life partner, you have to be whole before you meet them. You got to be whole, they got to be whole, which means you got to be acceptant, they got to be acceptant in order for y'all to come together, okay, to last longer. Would you have that ultimate union where you both decide that, you know what, I done been there, I done that, I realized I shouldn't have done that because it distracted me my whole years. And when they realized they took too much time fucking off, they would realize they messed up and wasted too much time. Okay, time you cannot get back unless you unless you master your elements to the point where it slow down the time. Okay, because I know a lot of y'all get into the love bombing, and it actually, it stops time. It will slow it down a little bit. Like time will fly and you wouldn't even know, like 6 months passed. You wouldn't even realize 3 months passed. You wouldn't even realize 10 years passed. That shit's serious like that. Okay, let me see something. You know, welcome to those who just jumped on. Welcome to my new subscribers. Please do, y'all. Please do hit that like. Please do subscribe. Okay, this is the key. This is the answer. You don't gotta go pay $200 for this. This is free right now. All right, to help you. All right, I ain't here trying to. I'm not here trying to confuse anybody. I'm here really trying to teach you how to see. And some of y'all would say, Essence, are you in union? I can be, but I still have more work to do on myself. Okay, and as long as I have more work to do on myself, we're gonna reflect that. I like being alone, so that's what I'm gonna get. And I don't have a problem with that because I can manifest my masculine anytime I want. But it's just I like some space, some time to think. But anyway, so yeah, I'm just learning, and I like the journey of learning more than I actually like. I like the journey of learning. It's like a big class. Then I like the actual connection because when he's here, it's like all the shit go out the window. But I like to keep like until he starts to become very 3D. Then, you know, then once he starts to become 3D, I just distance myself because I don't know, you know, I don't want to be misled. So they can do that real bad. So yeah, so be patient, stay. Let's see what else is going on here. Okay, we shared many lives together. Okay, we shared many lives together. Why give up now? All right. So you shared many lives together. Like I said, twin flames is just another word. All right, just another word for life partners. Okay, it's been many words before, symbols, signs, whatever. But this is just another session of words for the here and now, the programming. So you've had many lives together. Thank you for the donations. You've had many lives together. Okay, this is not the first time you've done this. You didn't come here to do anything other than to break the programming. with your love. With your love, break the programming. All right? We know there's something's not right. We know it's not okay, okay, for um the shit to be going on in the way that it does in the world. We know this, right? So we have to be the product of success as far as spirit, not physical. Okay, people are driven based off of physical success. Everybody wants to be rich. Everybody wants to be famous. Everybody want to idolize this. Everybody want to look like that. Botox here, ass cheeks there, and steroids here, and overly, working out in the gym all crazy and shit. Everybody wants to, and there's nothing wrong. Let me give my disclaimer. There's nothing wrong with keeping yourself healthy and keeping yourself up, but is it because you're doing it for you, or is it because you're doing it because you believe that you're going to get the attention that you want from the world? If you're like I said, we all have a little narcissist in us, and it's levels to narcissism, okay? But we all have a little bit in us because, like I said, we all have been lied to since we were born. So at the end of the day, and the beginning of the day, you know, we have to get our minds back together. So just know that you and your partner have lived multiple lives together. You and this is why it's important to find yourself in someone else. Don't find yourself by idolizing. See, they teach you this. They teach you to idolize this person and you become this person. That is called a misinterpretation of identity. Okay? That is what you would call uh schizophrenic and shit like that, where you have multiple personalities and they're all not yours. Okay, they're just an ideology that you placed inside yourself once you became conscious enough to know that you can idolize something other than yourself. All right. So you shared many lives together. You've been doing this shit for a minute. You've been coming here trying to break the paradigm for a minute. Okay. The whole journey to true unconditional love is to realize that you're being mind fucked and to realize you're both being played against each other. Okay? The system teaches you to fight amongst each other. Okay? But we don't want to do that. All right? We want to be able to love each other with respect, knowing that each body has, and this is why I don't condone dealing with soulmates and karmics once you've learned your lesson. Once you've learned your lessons, first of all, you shouldn't do it anyway because you're only learning lessons because you didn't listen in the first place. But being by yourself is the key. If you can master being alone, then you have the control over your life. A lot of people don't have that control. So don't have that self-discipline. They always got to be around somebody. They always got to gossip about somebody and shit like this and shit like that. So it's time to wake up. It's bigger than that. So you and your partner came here plenty of times to do this. Okay, I don't want to hear. I don't care what everybody else do. I don't care what every other teacher teaches. This is why you're here now because you're not getting the point. All right. But at the end of the day, okay, we shared many lives together. Why give up now? Okay, so they're one already telling you to stay on your path. This is the soul speaking to you. They're already telling you to stay on your path. Okay, this is what single you out from the karmics. If the karmic wants you to compete with them, you will not win because you're competing in a game that's not based off of your blueprint when your journey comes. Your journey is not to chase. Your journey is not to obsess. Your journey is not to deceive. And your journey is not to envy. This is you. You're already made. Right? So your partner is telling you this on a different level other than the physical level. And instead of you sitting there, because I guarantee you, listen to me, your hate builds up when they're acting toxic and you're getting triggered. Okay? But the moment you see them, first time, the moment you see them, all that shit go away. All that shit go away for a split second or so before they open their mouth. All right? All that feeling, all that hate, all that anything, all that jealousy, all that karmic shit, goes away and you look at them as if it was the beginning again, right? And that is a reminder from your connection, that is a reminder from spirit what peace looks like when you don't have these feelings of jealousy and envy and hate in you, when you are not reminded of the 3D, but you're more reminded of the beginning times, okay? The beginning of time, all right? Before this program was programmable inside you, before there was a karmic, you didn't care. Before there was a program of lust, you didn't care. You saying? So put those pieces together. All right. Sorry, these are channelings in between as well. So excuse me, I jump a little bit everywhere. Um, Thank you for the donations. I appreciate it. Welcome to everybody that just jumped on. Y'all keep subscribing. They fucking with my channel. Like I said, this knowledge is important because I'm teaching you and telling you how to love yourself in another, okay, and how your other can love you um without their bullshit in between, all right? We got to break free from the shackles of our minds, okay? You can never break free from a soul connection. You can only break free from the illusion of physical this misguidance and deceit. Okay, so here we go. All right, so we share many lives together. Why give up now? All right, so this battle has been going on this life, your last life, and then you have to master. Like my masculine said the other day, you have to master. You have to graduate from your plane. Okay, you have to be able to read between the lines. Yes, you're on earth, but you don't have to be of the earthly bullshit. Okay? To be of the earthly shit is to be of the illusions, to be of the indoctrinations, to be of the programming. You can be within. You can be a monk. Okay? You can be somebody who just stays to themselves and don't need to go out and do all that silly shit that reminds you of why you're not in union. All that extra shit is the devil. Or dark frequency, low vibrations. That is what it looked like. I can tell people. The devil is not somebody with a red face and red horns. It is a person who chooses not to accept their fate. If your partner is not manifested on the physical, it is living in a low vibration where it does low vibrational things. And hopefully, I'm answering some of you guys' questions without having to read your question in the chat because I'm not really looking in the chat right now. I'm just channeling. So hopefully I'm answering some of your questions. All right. But yeah, so let's keep it going. All right. Okay, so you lost your way. You lost your way. Okay, you lost your way when you loved me, when you loved my body, forgot about my soul. So I took my body away so that we can connect spiritually again, as I said before. Okay? As I said before, you're being tested. All right? Everything you do, you're being tested. Everything you do, you're being guided. Pay more attention to the inner voice, the first inner voice, not the second. The second is your uh the second is your ego, which is your alter ego you created, which is the devil, which is a devil that you created to protect you from not fulfilling your purpose. See, the devil and you will tell you that you got to go out and do all this, you got to go and get it. But the universe has said, look, it's already part of you. You just have to be patient before you're actually aligned and you're no longer taking detours. Okay? You have to stay on your path so you can get to what you're asking for. Okay? So you lost your way when you loved me for my body. You're only loving them on the physical, you're gonna have physical problems. Okay? You're gonna have physical problems. Because there's always gonna be something else that's gonna be better than the physical partner that you're seeking. All right? Because that is what the program teaches, that there is other options. Okay? So so you lost your way, you got distracted. Okay, and they don't want you to get distracted. Don't matter who they with, what they're doing. If you just stayed in your lane and you don't twine yourself into their Pandora's box, you'll be all right. If you stay out of their Pandora's box and you trust into intuition and you love from that aspect, love from afar. Okay, love from afar so that you can't get hurt. All right, Watch from afar so you can't get hurt. God can't get hurt because God is watching from afar. It is the person, the being that will get hurt because they're the one in that moment. All right. So you forgot about my soul, which means once you saw this person, you felt good. You felt like it was perfect. Thank you for the donation. And you felt like it was perfect. Okay. Okay, so people, okay, just so people know that people are just donating to my Cash App and my PayPal. All right, so they're probably like, I don't see no stickers or nothing like that. But yeah, people are donating. I can see, I don't want to say their names. I'm gonna keep it personal, but they are donating to my Cash App and PayPal. So I appreciate you guys. Thanks for the love and support. Um, So you forgot about their soul, okay? You forgot about the purpose. Once you saw them, everything went out the window, even all your lessons, everything. So that way, when you see them, you feel that love, but you threw everything else out. You threw the lessons out. You just was like, oh shit, I forgot what I was supposed to do. You forgot that they had a devil that you had to face, that you had to outsmart. Because your job as an enlightened one is to outsmart the devil, okay? And letting the devil itself know that you can outsmart their wisdom, okay? But you forgot. You just fell in love, and all of a sudden, you're submissive to the devil, and the devil's won. But you don't want to do that. So you want to be able to resist. You want to be able to love, but resist when the time comes because they're like Jacqueline Hyde. This is what a friend of mine told me. It's like they was like Jacqueline Hyde. 1 minute you'll have Jackal, and the next minute you'll have Hyde. You got to be able to love Jackal one way, and you got to be able to love Hyde the other. The devil thinks that it's smart and it's crafty. You have to be a smart and crafty person. If Hyde likes, loves, you have to be able to love and like. So you got to be able to. It'll happen naturally once you get all the information, but when you're paying attention and stuff like that, this is why they run away because once you start to check them um, for them being toxic, they start to run away. The devil can't handle your strength. The devil can't handle your wisdom. So you got love, you got power, you know, and you got wisdom. Okay, so you got knowledge, which gives you power to overcome it. All right, so it means they can't recruit you. They can't get you to turn against your purpose. They can't get you to turn against your journey. They might have got your masculine, but you have to be a prime example of someone who succeeded of overcoming the illusion of overcoming the spell that you have to show your masculine, or you have to show your masculine who's in the dark spell that it is possible that the spell can be broken. You have to become it. You can't just be running around here talking about I'm in a twin flame relationship, but I'm going to settle for my soulmate or my karmic whatever, because that's what a soulmate is. A soulmate is a karmic lesson. All you're gonna learn from a soulmate is that you're living a lie anyway. Um, you have to show them. Don't tit for tat with them. If you get rid of the illusion of abandonment, you will no longer care. Okay, you will actually desire being alone. See what I'm saying? You have to outsmart the devil in your journey, not someone else's journey. Your journey. All right, this is your fight. This is your battle. Thank you for the donations. I appreciate the support. All right, so I took my body away. Okay, so they take their body away. The biggest punishment you will get when you do not pass the test, the universe will take the body away. The universe will put you guys in separation to learn again, to relearn everything. I may not even be able to have time to answer questions, but I'm gonna just do this anyway. Hopefully, you guys are getting the answers that you need. Um, so yeah, they take their body away. They take the body away. So it's like once the soul says, "Okay, you're stuck on me again. Like you're not learning again." It's like it's getting the best of you. They just take the body away. Sometimes you gotta learn how to say no. They want sex. You gotta learn how to say no. They want money. No. They want a place to stay. No. Okay, because it's a test that you have to overcome as well. It's something that they need to know, and I know a lot of y'all will say, okay, well, Essence, they might go off to somebody else. They're gonna go off to somebody else regardless, because they're being misled anyway. If they're dealing with God like the way you're dealing with God, then they would stand there and they would do their job. But other than that, if they're not dealing with God, it will show you. who they're dealing with at the moment. It's not the fact that this person may not be yours. It's just the fact that this person is corrupt in the mind. Gotta learn this stuff. People are really misled on this planet. Okay, they talk about this a lot, to be misled. All right. So we can connect in spirit again. So they take their body away so you guys can connect in spirit again. Um, so so that you can be reminded of the journey. It's like a reset. It's like soon as you get around them, you being tested. You make sure you pass your test so that your days can last longer. But if you don't and you submit to the will of the darkness, then you will go in separation again. If you in separation for a very long time, then there's a possibility that you either have a lot of work to do or this person may not be yours. Okay. All right. We got a couple here. All right. First one. We are twins, flames. All right. You are a connection deep. All right. Deeper than any connection. To be a twin flame means you're on a journey to oneness. Okay. You're on a journey to oneness where this is what your battle is. This is what your life is. This is what you came here to do. You came here to break the program. You're already one. You just came here to break the program in different aspects of life, you know, in different aspects of life. Okay, universal abundance is coming your way when you are on your path and you're no longer being deceived by the physical illusion and you're now living according to the purpose. You will be abundantly blessed. Okay. Okay. I'm coming. Hope you're ready. Okay. I'm coming. I hope you're ready for me because I am ready for you. All right. So a lot of y'all would say the masculine comes, but he goes too fast. All right. Like I said, if you haven't learned to say no, you're not supposed to just submit to him 100%. Remember, you're dealing with Jacqueline Hyde. So if you submit to the devil, it's going to test you and it's going to walk out your life. It's going to walk out your life and it's going to want you to chase it. If you have not learned not to chase, don't text, don't call, don't stalk the social media, don't do nothing, don't worry about the karmics. You are safe. They will come back. But if you chase them and you do all that weirdo shit that they do out here, you will be no different from the rest. They got you and you're trapped in Pandora's box until you find your way out again. All right, I am frustrated. Bad things are happening to me that I have no control over. Okay, karma is kicking in. All right, as they are not living in their life, and if you're not living according to your life purpose, karma will happen. You will pay the price, even if it is your life partner. You will pay the price. You will suffer. Thank you for the donations. You will suffer in silence. All right, a lot of y'all are suffering in silence, and you have nobody to turn to. You're suffering. You shouldn't have to do that. You should be able to trust. All right, but according to the masculine, bad things are happening to them. So some of them will run back to you because you are the safe haven. All right, you are a safe haven. They're gonna test you. Some of y'all could say yes, but like I said, when that Hyde come out, when Hyde is there, you deal with Hyde. When Jackal is there, you deal with Jackal. All right, it's called like what they would call schizophrenia or bipolar. I'm not saying tit for tat, but when they get angry, you don't. You get smart and intelligent and give them time. Tell them to go. All right, be strong, y'all. You gotta be strong. Okay, so bad things are happening to them. They're frustrated financially, physically. Bad things are happening to them. They might be losing, okay, or at least about to lose something. All right, divine family and the universe got your back, okay, because you're on the right path. All right, most likely if you're on here right now, you're on the right path because you're getting this message. It's deep, I know. Um, it may not seem like it. Like I said, it may not seem like it, but you got to be patient. You got to work with the universe. You're just a piece of the puzzle. You're a piece in this puzzle. And a lot of people don't want to be a part of this program. But that is your whole existence. That is your whole purpose. You're not here to play. You thought that what we thought just came here to play? You thought you could come here and be a part of this problem and not be the solution? If you're awakened, you are the solution. If you're not, you are the problem. Okay? So you, the solution, has to sit there and prove to the problem that there is a solution. Okay? There is another alternative other than the devil you serve. Okay? And I know some people will say, okay, well, it looks alike. Let me tell you something. It seems alike. Okay? The devil's blessings and God's blessings may seem alike, but it's not. All right? If you give it time to sort itself out, you will know, okay, what side this person will be on. Okay? A lot of y'all are confused. But like, excuse me. Oh, I'm saying you're only confused because you don't have the proper guidance. All right? You don't have the proper guidance. So this is why you got to be patient. People say, "What, I got to be patient for union, patient for." No, you're being patient with yourself. It's not about the other person. It's more about the patience for you. You're wanting to learn how to manifest. You're wanting to learn how to bring them back, how to be in a relationship. You got to be patient. You just can't take every man that holler at you or every female that holler at or give themselves to you. You can't. You gotta weigh your options out. Not talking about options as far as like other people. If you've met your partner, you know that this person is it, and that's it. You don't go out there and seek other ones who you know is gonna be willing to do it, because now you're gonna go and find somebody willing, and then when that person's not willing, you'll jump to another, and if that person's not willing, you jump to another, and guess what? That's a narcissistic way. That is a narcissistic way of living because you're seeking. You don't have to seek what is meant for you. Narcissists seek. Seek answers. Don't seek love. Love comes to you. It came to you before, it'll come to you again. Whatever, right? Whatever, remember the beginning. Whatever state of mind you was in when you met your partner, it's the state of mind, because that is what manifests your partner. If you were married, I'm not telling you to go get married. Listen to me carefully. When you were married, you was at peace of mind. When you were single, you was at peace of mind. Wherever and whenever you was at a peace of mind in your life where you accepted what was going on in your life as it is what it is, and you finally let go of control, and the universe ended up running you two into each other at a random. That's how you gotta be. You gotta master those elements. Patience is one of them. Trust is one of them. And if you need answers, they will give it to you. But it won't come in the form that you was expecting. If you wanted to know if you had a life partner, they showed you your twin flame, but it didn't come in the package that you thought it was going to come in. So now you don't want it. So then you're being tested whether you're a godly person or you're a devilish person, whether you're going to stay on the journey, which is God, or you're going to go to a soulmate slash karmic is his devil. Don't give me that because other people say, yes, go be with your soulmate, or yes. Don't fall for that fucking illusion because those are people who didn't accept their fate. Don't do that because they are deceivers, and this is why you're here now because you're being misled in other places and you got to find the answer. If you've been called here today, most likely you're meant to be here to get this message. All right? Each side is a mirror. They have tarot readers that read from the dark. You have tarot readers that read from the light. They just carry the title tarot readers. Okay? Some people represent wisdom, and some people what represent witches. I'm not a fucking witch. Don't want to be a fucking witch. I'm a divine spiritual channeler. Okay? I don't got time to be manifesting demons, even though a lot of y'all got negative energy. Thank you for the donation. Even though a lot of y'all got negative energy tied to you, I know how to protect myself from that because that's what I've practiced since I was young. And I know that it don't just manifest in physical, that it manifests in the mind too when you're not aware. Okay? So they'll get that whole. So somebody said to me one time that, like, I would post some real shit. I would tell y'all how I feel about the twin flame uh what they call this shit, the twin flame concept. Okay, I state it like it is. I say it's just another word for two soul, like a soul connection. Okay. Some people call it soul ties. Some people call it soul mates before twin flames come along. You know, it's just it's a whole bunch of shit. But I'm trying to teach you how to recognize the frequency of it, because when you find out that your astrology is not read really honestly, truthfully, by the map that you're reading, you'll realize, because I don't do astrology to the point where, you know, I don't like to do astrology because I know the alignments of I know the truth when it comes to this shit beyond this. Okay, this is not a piece of paper with astrology written on it, and you're I'm reading your spirit. Okay, I can do that. Okay, I can do that, but I'm not gonna give you what they call that shit, the astrology on that, because you don't really know what the sun is. You don't really know what the moon is. You don't. You don't know what a Virgo is. You don't know what a Scorpio is. You don't know. You were told this shit, right? You were told this. But that's don't like it's a lot. You were told the Bible, but yet half of it's true and half of it's not. Okay? You were taught in school, but half of it's true and half of it's not. So it is up to you to make the choice, okay? What is right and what is wrong, okay? So if you know, some people will disagree with my message because they're not vibing at the frequency of truth. They only vibing at the frequency of misinterpretation, because they prefer to continue to live according to the illusion, all right, and not what is true, all right? All this shit is an illusion, and I have to use this shit here, and I try to do it to the point. That's why I make my own cards, because I'm giving. This is why I like using my own shit, because whatever, you know. Some people will say, okay, Essence, how do I know you're not misleading me? Like I said, you have a soul. Your soul will tell you what you're able to deal with and what you're not. It will say, all right, you're ready to hear this, stick through it. It'll lift your spirits. But if you're not ready for this, which means you're at a lower vibration, then you will dislike this message, and you will disregard this message because you're vibing at a low vibration, and you will not like it, and you will manifest it as a negative entity. Okay, because you have not yet enlightened yourself to the point of this is a possibility, this is the reality. Okay, so it's levels to this, and a lot of people are in different levels of life. Okay, because they're not doing their work. They're not doing their work. The work is to enlighten yourself to the point where you can believe in anything is possible. Okay, my belief system is probably not like yours. Okay, but I'm not gonna go there. Like, when I do my own research on what's going on, you know, I see differently, and this is why knowledge is power. All right. So that's why I say I used to do this astrology shit, but I'm not gonna try to fit in with the rest of everybody else. I'm just a real ass terror. Well, I don't even like calling them. I don't even know. I'm just whatever. But maybe I'll create some new shit. All right, they gonna hop on that too. But everything has a polar opposite of itself. Everything has a polar opposite of itself. One's good, one's bad. One's real, one's fake. All right? Based off of your level, okay? Based off of your level and your mind, you will manifest, you will resonate according to your levels. All right? Your levels of understanding, overstanding, understanding. All right? That you gotta, what you don't understand, you have to understand first before you can overstand it. All right? Um, like I said, we've been lied to at birth. You should have been using this time all the way up till now to figure it out. You've asked the question a long time ago, and now it's time for you to get these answers. All right? There's no way you should be just chilling on the block, doing the same shit every day like a little puppet, and not feeling like it's something not right. All right? You should be able, like animals do out here, species do out here. You got pigeons from up north that will come down to the south during the summertime, springtime and shit. You got, when the storm's about to hit, animals move away from the storm. They don't stay there. Okay? So you have the same instinct in you that an animal does, which is a species does. You are a certain type of species, you have a certain type of way of living. So if you're vibing in a place where you do not belong, your frequency will shift based off of your physical, and you will tolerate little stupid shit, all right? Because you are not living according to you. You have uh people who would purchase houses, who would live up north but come down when it gets too cold. But they love being up north. But they come down here, what they call them shits? What they call them again? I don't know what you call. Y'all know, okay? If y'all don't know, then I don't know what to tell you. I don't know. Shit, I forgot the name of it. But that's what they do. So you have to focus on what it is that make you tick as a person. What pisses you off? What makes you happy? If you know somebody cheating on you and it don't make you happy, that is your instinct. That is your exit, and you get up out of there. Okay? Don't try to make these moments last during a moment that has ended. Okay? That goes for anybody. It goes for any relationship. If the passion is gone and now you're just settling for each other, okay? There is always something to do. There's always something to do together. All right? If you can't sit down and talk and sit down and bond and all you gotta do is sit down and watch Netflix and chill, we already look. They don't took movie night and they don't turn movie night into a whole night. You see what I'm saying? So they don't turn just chill and watch movies into let's just get high, drink, and fuck. Right? Like I said, everything has a good and everything has a bad. So pay attention. Don't be a part of the process. If you're on this journey, stay on the journey. You can't come ask me, Essence, am I on my path? I said, when's the last time you dated? I met up with my ex. Then you're not on your path. Because the ex you're meeting is not the ex that's made for you. It's some other funky who was trying to, it's because you was desiring the physical of your partner. If you turned yourself on, you can turn yourself off. What turned you on was an illusion. All right, an illusion of being in the moment with your partner. If you can't like what you're supposed to do with that sexual energy is be able to control it. All right, if you can't control it, teach yourself how to. You can't get your person to teach you how to do that. Okay, you can't get them to do that because it is your body, it is your mind, it is your soul. Y'all got to reset your body. You got to reset your mind's ideology. Y'all been programmed, and you have to, once you awaken, you have to, download what is necessary. And a lot of y'all wake up and y'all go to people who pull you back into the illusion. Now, I'm not saying that being a twin flame reader or channeler is going to pull you in, because your soul is going to tell you what is right and what is wrong. Just like I said, you can get on this live with me right now and take what resonates and leave the rest, right? Because every angle of this message is not for everybody. It's for some at the moment. Okay? That's why it's called resonate. Okay? You take what's yours and you leave what's not. All right? So I appreciate you guys. All right, I'm not gonna do any I'm not gonna pull any cards. I gotta get back to these kids, my babies. Um well, I hope this helped. Um this actually turned into a channeling from spirit, so I'm just gonna rock with that. All right, it was supposed to be a live channeling for for the chat, but I guess Spirit told me to do this and give y'all an update on what's going on. Like I said, you just gotta be patient. How you treat your masculine is how you treat yourself. If you hate your masculine, you hate yourself. You just don't realize it yet. If you love them, you love yourself because you love them. But I'm not telling y'all to physically do shit about that other than to physically heal yourself. Don't go over there, run into them. I love you. Da 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 da. No, no. You ain't gotta do shit. You stay in your lane, and what is yours will come to you. It's gonna come out of random. Can't force it. All right. Can't force anybody. People will come when they come, and when they come, that don't mean that you can accept everything. You know what I'm saying? Don't, like I said, it's good and evil on this planet. It's good and, ooh, excuse me. It's good and evil on this planet. Okay? And it's a lot more that like to play the misleading game. All right? So you have to learn how to decipher, use your discernment, decipher these messages that's given to you by spirit. Take what you got from me, okay, and spread the word of truth, right? Free will is not free. If you think you got the will to act, yes, but it's not free. You will pay the price, and we are paying the price today. So pay attention. Reprogram your mind. All right. You have the will to act, but it will never be free. You either get paid righteously or you get paid by punishment. You just want to make sure you stay away from punishment. That's all. But you're not getting hurt and you're not brokenhearted because you learn to love you. All right. Learn how to be alone. A lot of people freaking out during quarantine, but that was a test. Quarantine was a test. But this is all about awakening you guys and gals out there. It's about that. And it's about exposing levels of mindset. Okay? Y'all gotta pay attention. Who's in fear? Who fears death? If you this whole situation, still to this day, is to test your mindset. It's to test your connection with God. It's to test your connection with spirit. Spirit is God. So it's to remind you you're going through a rebirth. It's a great awakening. You're going through um the shedding of a lifetime. It's not just you now. It's everybody now. Now it's the collective going through this because we're all feeling it. Okay, and this is what the Great Awakening is. It's globally, or at least around the world. Okay, that this is happening. This is not just you no more. So you was ahead of the game. You should be at peace to help others now, because now it's collectively people going slowly insane, and some people are waking up like, wow, I didn't really pay attention before, but I see it now. Pay attention. It's a lesson. God is not coming in a form. God is in you. You are the God. You are the form, the soul manifested into the body again. Some people, due to the level of frequency, however long it's taking you to wake up, it's levels to it. Some are already awakened. Those ones you thought was crazy and weird and out of, you go to them and say, hey, I want to know this, that, and the third. They got the answers for you. It's happening collectively now. All right. I'm not saying everybody waking up at once. I'm just saying like it's happening with the pyramid. All right. It's ricocheting down now. So you have, like my masculine would say, he would. Oh man, this is why I reference my masculine, because he be dropping some jewels, but he has to work on his strength. All right. A lot of masculines lack the will of strength. All right. I'm gonna draw it up because he drew it up. I'm gonna reference him because he do be dropping a lot of knowledge. But you gotta pay attention. Um, he probably watching it now anyway. but I'm gonna reference him in it, and I'm gonna draw what he drew. I don't know what my son did with my marker, but I know I bought a bunch of markers. So these masculines, you gotta pay attention to them when they say things, because sometimes they'll let you know what they're doing. You know, they'll let you know. They'll let you know, and you just gotta. You can't get hurt from it. You just gotta pay attention. You gotta decipher. Okay. So this is how my masculine would draw it, right? He would say, "Here's the dot." Let me see if I can get some lighting. All right. He would say, "This is the dot." Okay. This is that. That will reference. We'll get to that part. And here is, okay, here's the journey. All right. Since a lot of people having a hard time, all right. So here is the journey. Now, this would be, look at that light. My light's acting up. All right. This dot, y'all know when we were younger, we drew buildings and shit like that. Buildings and shit like that. Your perspective of reality. Excuse my drawing and shit. But you get the concept. You get what I'm saying, though. You know? All the way to that, whatever. This is the journey through life. Excuse my drawing, y'all. This is supposed to be buildings and shit. Buildings, windows. You get the concept. Hopefully you do. Right? This would be the sun. Your way back to the light. Alright? So this is the journey. Now it looks like what? It looks like a pyramid. Right? So you're either taking the journey towards the light. This is you taking the journey towards the light. But right now, since people are choosing to stay in darkness, all right, the light is getting brighter. It's getting bigger, and it's getting bigger, and it's coming closer, and it's coming closer. There's light being shed on all sides of darkness. And this is why they're trying to block out the sun. All right? The light's shedding on all dark surfaces. The light is of energy, frequency. Okay? Just picture your soul, because you got the moon and you got the sun. All right? These are not just regular. This is part of us. It's part of us. Right? Excuse me. Gotta fix that light. But this is you on your journey. On your journey. All right? On your journey towards the light. But since the people don't want to come to the light will come. See, there you go, some light right there. Hold on, let me see if I get it in the right angle. See that light? Look at that light. It's going to now come to you. All right? It's going to now come to you. So now there's a light right there. There's a better angle. This damn. Listen. All right? Let me see if I can't get it now. There's the sun. Just put it like that. The light is the sun. And it is beaming on the cities, in the roads, and it is coming. It's sunrise. And when you come back and it sets, you better be ready for it to rise again. You rise up to do more good on the planet, not bad. Okay, you rise up, not rise down. You rise up, not down. You rising down, you're in darkness. You get what I'm saying? I'm gonna leave that. I'll deal with this later. But that's how my masculine. He ain't put the builders or nothing, but he put the road and he put the dot. Okay, that dot is getting closer and closer and closer. This is why the Great Awakening is happening, because the sun, which is the light, is now working its way down the road. If you don't come to it, it will come to you. All right? Many will be chosen, okay? But only few, no, few will be chosen and many will not. You know what I'm saying? So only few will be chosen. And chosen at a time, there's levels to it, which means that many will be chosen is those who have awakened before you are ready for you, the person who is next. So like I said, like you have this is a level, like you see how the sun is coming down. That's a level. Those are the chosen ones in that set. Then the sun's coming down and that's set. Now you got two. And then the sun's awakening more in that set. And then that level, okay, is coming down. This would be the collective. Everybody should be awakened about time the sun hit the end of that road before it sets. Okay? So it starts, it journeys forward. It journey on, okay? And there's levels to this shift. So people will see the sun. You can't deny the sun. You see the sun. If you see the sun, okay, you can't deny it because it's there. You see that light. It's a blatant reminder every day. Okay, blatant reminder every day. And the moon is its polar opposite. It lights up, but it's not as strong, which means the devil has power, but it's not as strong as the sun. Okay, so you get what I'm saying, hopefully. First level, second level, third level, whatever level, but it will all the great awakening happens down here when it gets to the point. When it gets to the great awakening point right here, which is the peak. Everybody should see that sun by 12 noon, right? Or what they would call 12 noon, right? That is a blatant reminder that light exists. Even in darkness, there's still light that exists because the moon has to reflect. Well, it has its, I believe it has its own light, but it's still like, it still has a source of power. So the light would pretty much say, you were created and I give you the power to create when you become a mini God. See, there are many gods, which is you, your family, your friends, but there are some who don't want to be many gods. They do, but they don't want to do the job of a mini god, which is they want to be in control, but they don't want God to be involved. They want to eat the fruit, but they don't want to thank the God who put the sunlight on the fruit and create, and and so on and so forth for that flower to grow. They don't want the God that created it to exist. They want to just be able to do it themselves. So here we are dealing with artificial shit. So, you know what I'm saying? Do your research. It's bigger than just falling in love with some other being. It's about falling in love with the original planet, not the Matrix planet. The Matrix planet put that tree there, put that park there, okay? You know, the universe put the beach there, you know, and certain other things in certain other areas. But when you manipulate the matrix to your biddings, you become a deceiver. And then you would create a matrix within the realm of God. You take what they would call the Eden, Garden of Eden, is what God created. But they said the serpent convinced Eve, okay, to bite the apple, right? I don't believe in that. I don't believe in that shit that Eve came from his rib. But if that's what y'all want to believe, that's y'all business. But me, um, Eve was created right with Adam. If anybody's carrying anybody in the rib, if you pay attention to what's going on today, women carry babies in the rib. So I'm not beat for that, man. That male rule the world shit. We have to respect each other equally, and this is the manipulation that we have, is that we are not treating um ourselves equally. Okay, or I'm not. I don't mean equally as in biogenetics. I mean equally as in male and female. Okay, that's just that the biological cells, and as far as the DNA and shit like that. We'll deal with that along. We'll deal with that along somewhere else. Okay. Get that deep. Gotta know your place and where you play your part. If you take an animal out the jungle and you put the animal in your house, take like a tiger or a monkey or something, whatever the fuck is from giraffes and all that shit, and put them in a zoo, you're training it to do something that's not part of its nature. All right. You're training it to be a part of your matrix programming, you know, and same thing go with people. Same thing go with love. All right. We're all trapped. We're all here, and nobody's gonna make the best of it by partying and drinking and Instagramming and Facebooking whole pictures and shit. It's about fixing the program. We all play a part in it. You gotta fix it. It's gonna take a lot of work. It could happen overnight, but so many people are asleep. Like I said, there's levels to the shift, and only a few are chosen at a time. Okay, only a few are chosen at a time to wake up. So we just have to be patient. But the Great Awakening is coming. It was here already. It's here because it's manifested to the 3D now. It's here on the 3D now, where the reality has been stopped, or at least slowed down a little bit. It's been slowed down. It hasn't been stopped. It's been slowed down. Okay, because it's gonna take the collective to help build it back up. All right, and um can't handle people that can't handle the shift will not be able to, because they are not choosing to wake up. All right, but anyway, all right. Thank you guys. I'm sorry I couldn't get to y'all questions. Maybe next time we'll see whatever spirit want to do. I hope that message helped y'all. For those who catch this video later, peace, love, and light to you. Tune in to my next live, whatever spirit may want to do. Um, yeah, so that's that. Thank you for all the donations. Make sure y'all subscribe if you're new to the channel. Peace and blessings.